Hello guys, are you a fashion designer? Sometimes when you hear people use some kind of words, you start regretting, you start thinking, where was I when these people were learning all these things in fashion design? You are thinking that as if you are now left behind. Do you understand? Now, what I want to let you know is that some of these words that people are using, that sometimes when you look at them, you say that, these people are bigger than me and all these things. Let me tell you the truth, they are not bigger than you or anything. It's just that the way they learned or where they learned, do you understand? They made a mix of, theoretical and practical. Why the way you learned is just all about practical. Nobody told you about all these words. Do you understand? So in this particular video, I'm going to be explaining some of these words. In fact, I'm going to be explaining one of these words, and I'm going to explain it in a way that you will understand very, very well. Remember, I'm a fashion teacher, and the way I explain things, I explain it so that even a layman that has not heard anything about fashion design before will understand it very well. That's why I have a book I call the Perfect Dress Cutting Guide, a book that will teach you how to draft very, very well. For those of you that are on TikTok, you want to get this book, make sure you click on the first link. You can purchase this book, download it, study it, and we're also going to be adding you to a Telegram group. Do you understand? In this particular group, you see a lot of detailed videos where I explain how to draft almost anything. Okay, so let's continue. In today's particular video, what the word we are going to be talking about is the word I call contouring. Contouring. A lot of you have been hearing this word. You don't even know what it is all about. I'm going to explain it very, very well in this particular video. Please, I also want to do a disclaimer. I want you to know that I'm not an English teacher. So the way I pronounce things might not be exactly to your own, intonation or to your own accent or whatsoever. So this is contouring I'm talking about. For those of you that don't know the spelling of what I'm talking about, is CONTOURING. Probably I'll try to put it up there so that all of us will be able to see it. So what is this contouring? Ordinarily, when you search on Google, it will just tell you it's just a process of shaping your clothes or maybe your pattern so that it will go according to the shape of the body. Do you understand? Now, when you read it this way, I think you'll be able to understand it. Yes, I mean shaping your pattern or your clothes, as when you are drafting your clothes, you shape it in a way that it will follow the shape of your body. Do you understand? I know you will understand this in this particular way, but I'm going to be using a different approach to explain this. Now, let's say, for example, you are drafting what we call a princess seam. Do you understand? I know that all of you guys know what I mean by princess seam. Some persons call it a princess dart. In fact, some people even go ahead to even call a particular one that is princess dart bustier. Do you understand? Please, in my other videos, I would like to let you know that normally there is nothing like a princess dart bustier. Do you understand? It's just all about princess seam. Seam is the word we use for anything princess. Do you understand? So all these are ways of shaping a cloth. So a princess seam is also another way of shaping a cloth. So I will talk about this in another video. Do you understand? So let's say example now. That particular one you call a princess dart bustier. Do you understand? You want to draft it. That is a princess seam that is molded, that has cup embedded in it, or that look at it on your screen. Look at what I'm actually talking about. Do you understand? So when you want to draft it, sometimes at that particular underbust, look at it very well. At the underbust, you now put some that you remove some things by this side, remove some things by this other side, just to get this curve. Do you understand? This curve is to get it so that it will go according to the shape of your breast, so that when you wear it, that particular cup that is on that seam will be able to carry your breast. Do you understand? So ability of shaping it so that it will go exactly according to the shape of that breast is what we call contouring. Do you understand? I want to know if I actually explained it very, very well. Do you understand? When you are drafting look at it there, your contour princess seam. Do you understand? When you are drafting it, and at that particular underbust, you remove something by the left side, you remove something by the right side, or however you draft it. But in the process of doing that, you want to get this curve shape. You see this curve shape? The reason why we are doing this curve shape is because the breast itself has a very curved shape, just like exactly what you are seeing at the upper part here. Do you understand? So for us to remove some things and shape it exactly to the shape of the breast, that is what we call contouring. Do you understand? The process of shaping or altering a pattern so that it will follow the exact shape of the body. That is what contouring is all about. Now, this particular contouring, now let's say you have understood what contouring is all about. Now, I want to let you know that contouring can be done on different parts of the body when you are drafting. Do you understand? Now, this particular one we are talking about is one done at the under bust stroke, the bust region. Do you understand? Yes, some of us can also call it the bust contouring. Do you understand? This particular one is done so that the bust, that bust side will have the shape of a natural bust. I mean, the person you are working for. Do you understand? Now, you can do it at that bust region. You can also contour at the under the waist side stroke, the under bust. Now, what I mean by you can also contour is that you can also shape it so that it will follow the person's shaping. It will follow the person's original fitting. Do you understand? So, like I said, you can do it at the bust area. You can do it at the waist area. You can do it at the under bust area. You can also do it at the hip area. These are the major places we contour so that it will follow the shape of the body. Do you understand? Now, there are many ways we can use to contour. Now, what I mean is that there are many ways we can use to make our pattern follow the exact shape of the body. That is the same thing I mean. There are many ways we can use to contour. Now, one of the ways we can use to contour is by the use of darts. Remember, you can use your dart to manipulate your pattern so that it will follow the shape of the body. Do you understand? So with the use of that, we use that to contour. Do you understand? We use that to contour. Another way we can contour is by the use of draping. You guys have heard about draping. In case you want me to explain draping just like this way, explain it very well for you to understand, please make sure you comment in the comment section. You cannot, when you see here, have you seen when somebody is wearing a cloth like this? The cloth is just anyhow. Then you fold one or two places around the bust area, and before you know it, that place that you folded physically has given the bust area a very nice shape. That is what draping is all about. Do you understand? It's a physical altering of the shape of the cloth. Physically, you are seeing it as the person is folding it on the body or on a form, just to make sure that that part of the body has a better fitting. So you can also use draping. Do you understand? You can also use a princess seam. Remember, I've already said it. Do you understand? When you use a princess seam, the one you call a princess dart now, do you understand? It is not actually a dart, it's a seam, it's a princess seam. I will also want to explain the difference between a dart and a seam for us. Do you understand? When you hear princess, that's why I say it's not called a princess dart, it is called a princess seam. Now, there is difference between a dart and a seam. Do you understand? I will say this in another video. If you want me to if you want me to do it, make sure you comment in the comment section the difference between a princess seam and a dart. Do you understand? I'll be able to explain it. Most of us are not getting this thing clearly. So these are some of the ways you can contour. There are other ways you can use to contour. In fact, if you know some of the ways you can use to contour, I want you to put it in the comment section. Do you understand? Another way is also by brack up. Do you understand? Or by brack up. We can use brack up, you understand, to form a shape on our pattern. That's also another way to contour. There are many ways to contour. Like I said, you guys can put it in the comment section. So I don't want this video to be too long. It's getting too longer. Do you understand? So I think that you guys have really understood what contouring is all about. Do you understand? In case you don't really understand, make sure you also comment in the comment section. I will do my very best to do another video to explain very well. Or maybe I'll probably draft something for you guys to see. Thanks, and may God bless you. Remember what I said. If you want to get our book is the best. There is no doubt. If people that bought it, they will tell you that it's the best. The way I explain things is totally different. Just go and purchase it. For those of you that be asking me how much, there is no need. Click on the first link on my bio. If you are on TikTok, it will take you there. You will see everything yourself. You see the price. Even if I tell you the price now, you'll be surprised when you go there. It's even more affordable. Do you understand? Click on the first link on my bio. It will take you. Or probably you don't know how to click on the first link on my bio. Just let me know in the comment section. Thanks, and may God bless you. I love you guys. Bye for now.